Simplicity is the prerequisite for reliability. Edsger Dijkstra. My friends, we keep it as simple as possible so that our charts are as reliable as possible. As Einstein said, make things as simple as possible, but not simpler. Again, you can't make it to where there's nothing that it does for you, but applying Occam's razor and keeping it simple, understanding that gives you the best read on what is actually going on. And of course, what do we use? We use trend lines, and in fact, that's the training at the end of that's the training in the show notes today. And we also use Heikin Ashi candlesticks, average pace in Japanese. It helps us see what's actually going on with price movement, filters out all of the noise we feel like, and you will see as you practice trade with us. And of course, we use volume. Now, and we use three charts. The weekly is our big chart, the intermediate chart, the 2-day, and the half-day. Let's jump into these charts. Stocks are mixed. Bonds are down. Gold is about flat. Bitcoin is down. Let's jump into these charts. As we started the week off, this is again a short week because the markets were closed for President's Day on Monday, but we see going into what is typically midweek for us, so this is just the second of 4 days, we see that we have a very small green candle. If you look at it closely, let's zoom in on it, see as much as we can see there. Well, it's just pretty much a green candle with a little bit of movement at the end. Don't let these dashes here fool you. I'm going to move off that candle, but look to the right. You can see there's a little bit of down movement. It's just about flat. And we look at where we are on the 2 days. You can see we're literally going into the third 2-day candle that is a spinning top, almost dojis here. Well, I take that back. You see where that fooled me? We'll move over. Not a spinning top. It is a red down candle with a wick on the bottom. And of course, sitting right there on the weekly trend line, we've already moved through it. What we have at the end of the day is a doji down in the morning and then recovering some in the afternoon, overall up 0.09% for the day. So we're continuing to watch to see if this is just a pause in the up movement. We saw a pause here back on the 2nd of January. Saw everything run up to the end of the year, then flat as we started off that first week of the year and then started gaining momentum. Looks like it's weakening now. Don't know that it's going to go down. Could just flatten out, maybe even give us a red doji and then start moving up again. We'll wait, we'll watch, we'll see. A little different on the NASDAQ 100 as represented by QQQ. Now, these are the tech stocks, of course. They are a red down candle. We see just a smidgen of up movement there in the weekly candle for this week, mostly down, breaking clearly through the trend line. We see this latest 2-day candle down now for the day, 0.40%. We had lots of volume there before after the third spinning top. Almost a doji there the week beginning Valentine's Day, and then last week beginning this, let's see, not week, the 14th, this is the 2-day candle, beginning Wednesday the 14th, and then Friday, and then Tuesday the 16th and the 20th, we see a doji almost right there pushing through that weekly trend line on the 2-day chart. Now we look at the half-day chart and we can see where things shoved through on Tuesday morning and again just continuing to move down on Wednesday. So we're waiting, watching, seeing. We saw sort of a similar kind of candle here. Didn't have a lot of volume there. And of course, what did it do? Well, it pulled back, digested all those weeks of gains again at the beginning of the year, and then turned right back around and moved up. So we'll keep an eye on things, see how they continue to develop in stocks. We see that bonds, of course, have moved down for the day. A little bit of up movement yesterday, and then rolling back over, assuming the position that is going down. We had that week where we had that high volume, had things trying to peak up. And again, what does volume tell you when you see all this attempt to up movement that dies? A green spinning top that dies and then things move over shows you that the market tried to attempt a move up with all that volume. And of course, who won? Well, you saw the people trying to move price up, moved it way up, and then they died. And then it rolled over and started moving down. It'd be nice if it moved down with high volume, which it did not, which of course makes you feel safer when you see a failure and capitulation and lots of volume, which we didn't see. But it is moving in the right direction, which is the direction of the weekly chart, which is down 0.17% for the day. Now, gold, just about flat. We have a green candle trying to form. We had less than average volume last week where things moved down, and then this week trying to gain some. But again, as we look at the volume, we're halfway through now this week as we close on this shortened week on Wednesday. We just have Thursday and Friday. Not a lot of volume there. You can see average volume on the prior 2-day candle with a lot of indecision and then trying to move up. But again, only 0.01%. You can see it popped up in the morning, pulled back in the afternoon, just riding along the weekly trend line on the half-day chart. So we'll keep our eye on gold, see if gold's going to die and just capitulate to those 2 weeks of prior down moves, or if it's going to do something funky and try to move up again. Okay, that is where we are on gold. Let's look at Bitcoin. We look at HODL, the VanEck Bitcoin Trust, which replaced XBTF, which was our prior ETF on Bitcoin. You can see that it's not reached the high of last week. This week down for the day, 2.04%. We can see where, Bitcoin hit its most recent high back there in the morning on Thursday the 15th, and then really sliding sideways, and over the last 2 days, moving down. We look at the 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin chart where we can see some average volume. You can see volume is about not quite half as we finish half this week as it was last week. We'll keep an eye on it. As far as the highs go, this week, $53,015. Last week, $52,884. So it has hit a bit of a higher high this week on the 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin chart. And you can, of course, see where things are sliding sideways. And as we look at the half day, well, it's not half day on this chart. It's just 195 minutes. We can see where things booted up there on Tuesday in the morning and in the afternoon on into the evening. And then, of course, hammering down as we hit late in the day on Tuesday and through the morning and afternoon on Wednesday, down 1.63% on the 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin chart. So again, not hitting. I mean, we can sure see where things have moved up on HODL, but again, not hitting those highs throughout the day, just sort of peeling back. So we'll keep an eye and just see what Bitcoin's going to do. And again, wish that we had a good chart that we could follow following VanEck. Wish we hadn't lost XBTF, but we did. And we will continue to fill in until we get 20 periods here on the weekly chart. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, going into 7 weeks. So we got a little bit longer, but we'll just keep on keeping on. My friends, so appreciate you being with us. Always love to hear from you. Don't hesitate to reach out to us anytime. CW@chartingwealth.com. If you're not subscribed, then you're not getting our daily trainings. You won't get our training on trend lines today. Want you to have that. Go to chartingwealth.com, sign up for free. That list is never spammed, never shared. Chartingwealth.com. You'll get one email from us each day. That is 5 days a week. The first 4 days of the week, you'll get the daily review. And the last day of the week on Friday, after the markets close, we record and send out our weekly review and forecast. All that's for free. Plus, the free trainings every day. And like I said, never spammed, never shared that list. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.